Welcome back to another lecture. This is going to be lecture 2.3, and today we're going to be talking about what things look like whenever we start combining this with the language of algebra. And we kind of left on this last time, but we're going to keep building this up from our intuitive understanding of what integers are onto algebra. So the first, I guess, problem I want to start with is one we've not seen before, and that's if we have two negative signs in a row. So let's say -5 minus 3. Let's rewrite this the way we know how to rewrite this, which is -5, I'm just going to put parentheses around it, plus -3, right? Because this subtraction is the same thing as plus a negative. And we can do this on our number line pretty easily, I think, at this point. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. 7, -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1. Okay, so we go, this says go 5 to the left. All right, we made it. And then this says go 3 more to the left, 2, 3. We end up at -8. So this is just kind of a further extension of what we did last time. This is a negative minus a positive, or in the same way, it's a negative plus another negative. Okay, so just wanted to get that example to think about how we're going to be approaching this. We'll go ahead and do this in the counter, or the chipped method. If we have -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have these 5 negative counters, and we add 3 more negative counters. How many counters do we have? Well, we have a total of 8 negative counters. So we have 8 negative counters, right? -8, you get the same answer. Either way you want to do that, completely fine. Now, whenever we're building up expressions, we often won't have just 2 terms that we're adding up. So let's say we have 3 times 7 minus 4 times 7 minus 5 times 8. We'll do plus 5 times 8. So order of operations, again, extremely important, PEMDAS, says we do multiplication before we do subtraction. So let's go through and do all the multiplication first, or addition. So we do multiplication first. So 3 times 7, 21. 4 times 7 is going to be 28. And 5 times 8 is 40. And we keep the signs in there. Now, let's go ahead and simplify this the way that we know how to simplify that, which is going to be 21 plus -28 plus 40. So if we go to the right 21 paces and then go to the left 28 paces, we can think of that as going first to the left 21 paces and then to the left 7 paces, right? 40. So I hope this makes sense. We go, if we're going to the left 28 paces, first we have to go to the left 21 paces, and then we have to go 7 more paces. And what we have here is something very convenient, which is that 21 plus -21, something plus its opposite. Well, we know if we have 21 counters and then 21 anti-counters, we can pair them up one by one, and they're all going to cancel each other out, right? And so you're going to be left with 0. So we can do this 21 plus -21 is 0. And we still have this -7 and this 40. So let's drop this down, drop the 0. So we can break up this 40 in kind of the same way. if we're going to go to the right 40 paces, first we have to go to the right 7 paces, and then we have to go 33 more. And look, we have negative 7 plus 7. That's just going to be 0. And 0 plus anything is just that thing. So at the end, we're left with 33. Let's do another. Let's do negative 4 times 3 plus 6 times 7 minus 2 times 8. Again, from PEMDAS, just like last time, we need to do multiplication first. So we keep the negative there. We have 4 times 3 is 12. 6 times 7 is 42. And keep the negative there. 2 times 8 is 16. So now let's do this kind of split apart method again. We have negative 12. And if we're going to go to the right 42 paces, first we have to go to the right 12 paces, and then go 30 more. And we'll keep that negative 16 on there. We got negative 12 plus 12. That ends up being 0. So we're left with 30 minus 16. Well, 30, first you have to go, well, let's rewrite this. That's 30 plus negative 16. For 30, you need to first go 16 paces, and then you need to go 14 more. And addition, it doesn't matter what order we do things in. Make sure it's addition and not subtraction before you do this. Like, we can't do it up here, for example, but whenever it's addition, it doesn't matter what order we do it in. So we can swap these two. Get 16 plus negative 16 plus 14. This makes 0, so we're left with 14. All right. Now, we're going to start looking at the language of algebra and how we express these things. So let's do 7 minus x when x is negative 9. Well, we know we can just plug this in. So 7 minus, make sure you keep the minus in there, negative 9. But remember, minus is the same thing as plus a negative, right? All we're doing is, let me show you the equivalency here. We're taking this and breaking it up into this. Hopefully that makes sense. So that we have this negative, and then we're just gonna pop in this. Now, we talked before that the negative of a negative, that is the opposite of an opposite, is, if you remember, it was negative n, we said was just n, the opposite of an opposite. So we can do that here. Look, we have the negative of a negative. So really, it's just 9, right? Negative of a negative, just 9. So then 7 plus 9, that's easy, 16. Okay, let's do another. Let's do, I liked the 7. 7 minus x, we'll keep that, and then we're going to do plus 6x. Minus, we'll throw in a minus in there, minus, we'll do 7x. Actually, we'll do 8x. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, if you recall, whenever we see terms that are the same, like we see here in an algebraic expression, we always simplify. So 7 minus x is plus negative x. we have plus 6x, and then minus 8x is plus negative 8x. So it looks like we have a bunch of an expression here, a bunch of terms that can be simplified. So negative x is the exact same thing as negative 1x. So if we look at our x terms, we have negative 1 right here, and then we have 6, and then we have negative 8. Well, negative 1 plus 6 is going to be negative 1 plus 1 plus 5, right? Because 1 plus 5 is 6. And then we're going to add negative 8. Negative 1 plus 1, that cancels out, right, to 0, and we're left with 5 plus negative 8, which is the same thing as 5 plus negative 5 plus negative 3, right? Because to go 8 units to the left, we need to go 5 units to the left plus 3 units to the left. These 5s cancel out to 0, and we're left with negative 3. So we have negative 3x. So now we have 7 plus negative 3x. Or if you want to write this in terms of subtraction, 7 minus 3x. Okay. I think we're going to stop there for today. We'll see you all in the next lecture.